Welcome to Overwatch Tactics. Today, we're going to discuss choking in the choke, or rather, how not to go when you're in the choke, because that's a bad thing. Okay, so we're on defense here on Numbani. You'll notice the enemy have just lost their Reinhardt to a crazy charge over the side. You'll also notice that there is a Roadhog there, and there is a Zarya beam there. There is a major problem with what's going on here with the enemy team. They are split. You cannot expect to break open a choke point when you're not all attacking from pretty much the same situation. There are times when, yes, you can use a flanker, and we'll show that in a second, but this is not a great attack off the enemy. What this means is they're walking straight into the hands of the defense. A guy has already died. You don't want to be attacking into a defensive position with a man down. And then if we still look at this position, look, they still haven't changed. We've still got Roadhog there, and we've got Zarya over there by the beam. This means Roadhog is way out of position. He is not with the rest of the team. Our Reinhardt notices this and absolutely goes in there and just kills him. It's beautiful. Obviously, I got a bit of chip damage into him. That's fine. So now they are heavily staggered. Hanzo comes in on the top. We kill Hanzo. Okay, that was a pretty good kill on Hanzo. But now they've just got two guys in the mid. They are so split. This is such a bad attack off the enemy team. You cannot really afford to do this. And obviously notice this is a Grandmaster level game. It's not like it's some sort of low level game where people are all over the place. So these communication issues, they are throughout the game. Don't just think, oh yeah, if I was higher it'd be different, because honestly guys, it's not. Well, the only real difference, to be honest, at the higher levels is the players are just generally a bit mechanically better. But they still need to work on communication. Alright, so let's look on the attack. So this is the same game and we're on attack. We said in the spawn, let's go lower. Notice what's happening here. Well, two guys are up there. What is this? That's not lower. So I'm about to go, guys, get lower. But you can see the team are talking to each other. They're like, I thought we were going lower. So we wait and we all go together as a team. And then we push in, which is exactly the right thing we wanted to do. It's what we agreed on in the spawn. And, well, if people are not going to do it, well, that's not going to work out too well. If those guys went up to the top, they would have got killed. See, everybody's together now and we move through. But there's a very interesting thing which is going to happen now. We've got a Widowmaker, and Widow is going to flank through main. And I'll show you this in a second from my point of view on a soldier. But watch what happens here. We've gone straight into the point. Our Widow's got a kill on their Symmetra because they're focusing on this massive death ball that we've ran straight through onto their team with. And we are just absolutely wrecking them. Like, it is murder. Absolute murder. Now, their Mei could have walled us off, but she was too slow because we attacked too quick. And this is the thing, right? Attacking chokes in Overwatch is very simple. You just have to barrel roll through them. Like, have no fear. Go straight in there and just smash face. As you can see, their respawns coming through and we kill them. Alright, so we're back on Numbani attack. This time, though, I'm going to show you what happens when you're the flanker. So this time, I'm going to flank on Soldier 76. So I'm very lucky I didn't get killed there, but I heal myself up. The team are going lower. Look, I'm about to go lower, then I think, no, you know what? I'll flank through mid. What this does here, this puts me in a great position. I can attack people at will. They don't know I'm here. This Reinhardt is just going to get battered. All the team's taking control of the point. They're diving down to try and control this, and it just gives me free reign. Look at this. Easy kill. And then easy kill again, because there's so many targets for them to fire at. It gives you such a great opportunity to attack. So those were two great examples of attacks on Numbani, and it shows you how you do this, and it's very simple. Overwatch is not rocket science. If you want to attack as a team. Any team can do this. These are in solo queue as well. It's not like I'm playing with other people. It's just dead simple. It's like go lower, go mid, go high. Make a call on the map and do it. Okay, so now we're on Dorado, and this one's a very interesting one. This choke is where a lot of teams get stuck. What's going on here is quite interesting. Look what's happened. We have just got a pick. Our Widowmaker has killed their Zarya. This means go. This means everybody goes in. So I'm thinking, right, go. Our Zenyatta at the time is saying go. So I rush in. The problem is now the team haven't actually come with me. I don't want to fight a soldier with an orb on his head because he's going to kill me, especially when a Zen comes around the corner as well. So I retreat. Now what's happened here is that was a bit of a bad attack, right? We should have all rushed in, but we didn't. We got a pick and we did nothing. So the advantage we had is totally gone. You'll notice that Reinhardt barrier is almost destroyed as well, and I think Discord is on their Roadhog there. We should have gone in. Like, we absolutely should have gone in there. Like, I've got tac visor ready to go. We had a lot of ultimates. We could have just blasted them all and maybe won that fight. But we've waited, and this has cost us the attack. So now we've got to wait even more. And this is where it gets dangerous, because if they get a pick onto us, then they've got a massive advantage. So now what's happened is a bit of craziness off Reinhardt. Our team, well, Reinhardt's shouting, you can see growling. He's like, I'm going in. So he just rushes in, right? What you've got to do right now, if you ever see your Reinhardt do this, is you absolutely have to go in with him. If you don't, right, he's just going to die and the attack is going to come to an end. What we do now is we go in. Anna is going to nano boost that Reinhardt, and we're going to go in there and we're going to use our ultimates and we're going to kill them all, because this is how you deal with chokes. You have to just show no respect, don't choke in the choke, go straight in and just smash. Don't sit there waiting. The same applies to other maps like Hanamura, Temple of Anubis, whatever. Don't sit there in the choke fighting, because that's what the enemy want you to do. The defensive team want you in the choke. That is the best place for you to be. So just run through. All right, so Reinhardt goes in. He gets a kill onto Anna. That's pretty good. Our Anna ults him. I run in with Takvisor. We're smashing. There's Zen's ult in, but he's pretty much wasted his ult because who knows where he's going. Our Widowmaker gets a kill. She gets another kill. There's Zen's in the back. We pressure him, and our Pharah finishes him off. Great attack. We've absolutely broke the choke. But notice how easy that was. We just rushed in. There's like no respect. So let's talk about what we've just seen in this video. What we're going to watch now is a prolonged defensive period on Iconvolve. This is actually a pretty interesting game. This is me playing on the Stylosa account. Quite recently this was, as you'll probably notice by the changes in the kill feed animation when they pop up, showing the abilities and stuff. This was I don't want to say a low level group, because it's not, but it was a group of players that had decayed. Some have decayed down into Diamond from very high masters, and it put us into a game, like I think we were a 5-man stack in this game, against a full Grandmaster team, which obviously means that these players are going to be, doing what they're going to try, right? They're going to put things into practice and they're going to take us out. But watch what we're doing here. We are just using the very simple tactic of Mei walling them off and then engaging them every single time. They're trying to flank with a Pharah, but it's not at the same time, you see. The very simple thing you've got to remember with chokes is you have to, whatever you're going to do, the whole team has to do it at the same time. Pharah can flank on this map and can flank quite effectively. But if she does it like that Pharah just did there, well, that's not great, because she's not with the attack. It lets me just shoot her because I've got nothing else to fire at, and then she dies. What has to happen is as the frontal attack goes in with the Reinhardt, the flank comes in at the same time. It's all about timing. And I know this is very difficult to sort of arrange when you're playing in pickup groups and you're playing in public, because like this isn't a public group that I'm in, but we're on defense, so it's a bit of a different case. But all of the other examples I showed you were in public groups, and it doesn't take a lot of, it doesn't take like a mastermind to work this out. All you need to say is, guys, let's group up, and then you go, guys, let's attack, and just go in. Just rush in. That's all you do. It's dead simple. If they've got a Mei, yeah, they're going to wall you off. All right, you just have to deal with it. If they've got a Symmetra, yeah, you're going to get hit by the turrets. You just got to deal with it. You will get a pick on her at some point. Or even if you bait the wall out of a Mei, like going with the Diva, then fly away, or going with a Winston, jump back over the wall or whatever. But as soon as the wall's down, that's another trigger to go in. The biggest issue I'm seeing with players in choke points. Now remember, I do have the Overanalyzed series, which if you do want to send clips into, that is overanalyzedow@gmail.com. And what you basically do is upload your video clip to YouTube and then send me the link in the email and put the SR of your rank, the heroes that you play and the map that you play on. Through watching all those videos though, people always get stuck in the choke. But it's not just a lower level phenomenon. It's not just something which is related to say, oh, it happens in Platinum all the time. It doesn't. It happens in every single tier, because teams lose cohesion. They lose the will to attack as a unit. And it is down to you as a player to think to yourself, right, there are a couple of things I've got to think about here. Number one, if the team are trickling in, so they're just attacking all on their own, maybe say something like, guys, let's group. Don't be aggressive. Don't be like, oh, what you do trickling, it's the worst thing ever, because that's just going to make them throw the game. Just go, guys, let's group. If you are the one trickling in, just wait for your team. You should never be attacking on your own, right? Especially into a choke. That is craziness. Also, and this is a cardinal sin, do not peek. Do not peek into a choke when you're the only person there. I see this happen all the time. Like you'll have like a Widow on your team, or like a Soldier, a McCree, whatever, and they're just trying to get ulti charge and they're peeking, and then suddenly they get killed. That is the worst thing ever, because if they die, it is now a 5v6, and the defenders, remember, in the choke always have the advantage because they're set up waiting for you to attack. You have to attack and you have to go in. A very interesting thing is starting to happen though. I think as Overwatch becomes an older game, the players are becoming more experienced with this and do tend to attack as a unit. More often than not, if you are the tank player, if you are the Reinhardt and you're in the choke, might be up to you to say, guys, follow me, and then you go in, because people will follow the Reinhardt in because it's such a massive, beefy barrier, and they respect that. So ladies and gentlemen, this has been how to not choke in the choke, and I hope these examples will help you become better players. If you have any comments you'd like to make on this video, then leave them below. If you've got any ideas of how to break chokes, any tactics, tips, or anything like that, leave them in the comments below, because of course this is my new Overwatch Tactics series. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been Stylosa, and this is Unit Lost. If you enjoyed the video, then like the video, subscribe to the channel, follow me on Twitter, which is @UnitLostGaming, which is probably the best place if you do want to directly talk to me, which is awesome, and I will catch you next time. Toodaloo.